Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. A silent courtroom, one final verdict, and a truth so dark it changes everything forever. After weeks of painful revelations, Megan's trial finally reaches its breaking point, exposing the horrifying abuse suffered by Sam and ending with a verdict that shocks the entire community and delivers long-awaited justice. Alright, take a moment and picture this with me. A courtroom filled with to the brim, you can almost feel the tension in the air. No one's talking, no one's moving. It's that kind of silence where even a small pound feels too loud. Because everyone knows, this is it. This is the moment everything has been leading up to. This trial, it hasn't been easy for anyone. For weeks, people have been sitting through testimony after testimony, hearing things they never imagined. They hear about someone they once trusted. Megan wasn't just another face in the community. She was someone people believed in, someone who, on the outside, seemed completely normal. And that's what makes this whole thing even more disturbing. As the judge walks into the courtroom, the last whispers disappears instantly. All eyes are forward, because now there is no more speculation, no more guessing. The truth is about to be sealed. Throughout the trial, the prosecution has been building a case that's honestly chilling, not just one moment of behavior, not just a mistake, but a pattern, a repeated deliberate pattern of emotional and psychological harm indicated on Sam, a child who trusted her. And that's the part that really hits. Sam wasn't loud about it. He didn't scream for help. Instead, the signs were quiet, subtle, the kind that are easy to miss if you are not paying close attention. Witnesses talked about how he slowly changed, how he became more withdrawn, more afraid, how something in him just didn't feel right anymore. At the worst part, people now realize it was happening right under their noses. That realization alone, you can feel it weighing on everyone in that room, because it's not just about Megan anymore. It's about how no one saw it sooner. The prosecution doesn't hold back. They make it very clear. This wasn't stress. This wasn't pressure. This wasn't a moment of losing control. This was ongoing, calculated, something that continued over time, leaving deep emotional scars on a child who didn't deserve any of it. As the evidence is presented piece by piece, the picture becomes clearer and darker. Messages are read out, witnesses step forward, people who were close to Sam begin sharing what they saw, what they felt, and how the truth slowly started to reveal itself. And every time Megan tries to deny it, the case against her gets stronger. What really shocks people, though, is her attitude. They are moments where she seems completely unmoved, no visible regret, no emotional reaction, just this cold, distant presence that honestly makes the entire situation feel even more unsettling. On the other side, the defense tries to shift the narrative. They argue that Megan was overwhelmed under pressure, that maybe her actions were misunderstood or exaggerated. They ask for sympathy, suggesting she didn't intend to cause harm in the way it's being described. But the more people speak, the more those arguments start to fall apart. One moment in particular hits everyone hard. Details of what Sam went through are read along in the court. And it's not just uncomfortable, it's heartbreaking. The fear, the confusion, the feeling of being trapped, hearing it all laid out like that leaves people shaken. Some can't even hold back tears. Even those used to covering serious cases admit this one feels different, heavier, more emotional than most. By the time closing arguments come around, you can sense where this is heading. The prosecution makes one final powerful push, emphasizing just how much damage has been done. Not just in the moment, but long term. They make it clear this can't go unpunished, not just for Sam, but as a message to everyone. The defense makes one last attempt, asking for compassion, for a second chance. But honestly, At that point, you can feel it in the room. Very few people are convinced. Then comes the waiting. And this part, it feels endless. No one's really talking. Families sit quietly. Reporters whisper updates. Everyone's just waiting for those few words that will decide everything. Finally, the jury returns. You can almost hear people holding their breath as everyone stands. The foreperson prepares to speak, and then it happens. Guilty. Not just on one charge, on all major counts. The reaction is immediate. Gasps, shock, some people look relieved, others just stunned. But one thing is clear, the truth has finally been confirmed. And then the judge begins speaking. Calm, firm, direct. Every word carries weight as the judge talks about the seriousness of the crimes, the impact on Sam, and the responsibility of the court to protect the vulnerable. Megan's actions are described as deliberate, ongoing, and deeply disturbing, especially considering the trust Sam had in her. The entire courtroom listens in complete silence. And then the sentence, a life sentence. Those two words hit hard. You can feel the reaction ripple through the room. Some people quietly exhale, like justice has been finally done. Others just sit there trying to process how everything led to this moment. Megan herself, she freezes. For someone who once believed she could control the narrative, manipulate the situation, and escape consequences, this is the moment that illusion completely shatters. Court officers step forward, it's over. As she led away, the weight of everything that's happened hangs in the air. It's not just about punishment, it's about everything that led to this point. Others, outside the courthouse, the news spreads fast. People gather, talking, reacting, some angry, some relieved, some just heartbroken that things got this far. Weatherfield feels different now, heavier. But amidst all of that, there's support. Support for Sam. Neighbors, friends, people from all around begin showing up, offering kindness, promising to help him rebuild. Because while the verdict brings justice, it doesn't erase what we went through. Memorial like gestures start appearing not for loss, but for healing. Messages, support, reminders that he is not alone anymore. At the same time, conversations about Megan don't stop. People keeping asking the same question. How did no one see this? How did someone so ordinary hide something so dark? And as everything settles, the focus slowly shifts toward Sam's recovery, toward healing, toward making sure something like this never happens again. Because if there's one thing this case has proven, it's that the truth may stay hidden for a while, but it always comes out. This entire situation is a powerful reminder of how dangerous hidden abuse can be. It doesn't always look obvious. It doesn't always come with loud signs. Sometimes it's quiet, subtle, and easy to overlook until it's too late. The impact here goes far beyond the courtroom. It forces an entire community to reflect, not just on Megan, but on themselves, on how they missed the signs, and how they can do better moving forward. And legally, the outcome sends a clear message. Actions like this have consequences, senior ones, serious ones. Honestly, this one is tough to process because it's not just anger or shock, it's sadness, deep sadness. For Sam, who had to go through something no child should ever experience, for the community, realizing they were so close to something so painful without knowing. And even though Megan's punishment feels justified, it still leaves you thinking, how did it get this far? That's the part that sticks with you. At the end of the day, this story isn't just about a trial. It's about truth, accountability, and the strength it takes to finally speak out. So now I wanna ask you, do you think justice was fully served with that sentence? And more importantly, how can situations like this be recognized early before they reach this point? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more deep, emotional breakdown like this, Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, because stories like this remind us how real the impact won.